Happy Monday morning to everybody. For those making the trip to Champaign on Saturday, make sure you get your credential requests in with Illinois Athletics communication team sooner than later with the holiday coming up. But with that, we'll get right into opening statement from Coach Fitz, and then you can ask questions.
Thanks, Ray. Good morning, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving week. And before I get going on the game, I want to be obviously a huge congratulations to Tracy Fuchs and our amazing field hockey team. Winning a national championship is absolutely phenomenal. Just couldn't be more proud, couldn't be more ecstatic, and really happy for those great ladies in the entire program, and just really fired up for them. I want to again thank everybody at Wrigley. It was a first-class event, and thought everything was just absolutely spectacular, and just really thankful for the opportunity to compete at the friendly confines there at Wrigley. And so disappointed with the outcome, but I hope everybody that was there had as much fun as I think that the teams and the players and the staffs had. I want to wish all the teams good luck playing for a state championship here in Illinois this weekend in DeKalb. It's been a long grind for them, and what a great opportunity, all 16 teams have to put a state championship trophy in their trophy cases, but just to be there and to be in that opportunity is spectacular. And want to congratulate all those teams that have made it. Our players of the week from last week on offense again was Peter Skronsky. The level that he's playing at right now is absolutely outstanding. Defensively was Joe Spivak, and on special teams was Xander Mueller. Offensive big playmaker was shared by Evan Hull and Malik Washington. We did not have one on defense. We had opportunities to make some big plays and didn't capitalize on those. Jack Kennedy was a practice player of the week. So it was Owen Bergen, and Ori Adai wraps it out in special teams. So proud of those three guys. Looking forward to the challenge and the opportunity here for the land of Lincoln, compete against our rival Illinois. It's always great here on Thanksgiving week to be in rivalry week across college football. I think both teams would love to have this game. Obviously, be different records going into it, but more nonetheless, you throw those out in any rivalry game, and I think both teams will compete their tails off for the 60 minutes in Champaign. So happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and that'll open it up to any questions that I may answer for you.
A reminder, if you have a question, please message this account, Athletic Communications, in the chat, and we will add you to the queue. First question, Drew Schott.
Hey, Coach. Good morning. So this is the first time you're going to coach against Brett Bielema since he was at Wisconsin and returned to the Big Ten. Can you speak about your relationship and connection with Coach Bielema while he was at Wisconsin, now at Illinois, and what's it like going up against him once again in the Big Ten?
Yeah, Drew, good morning. I've known Brett for a long time. Stacy and, my wife and his wife, Jen, have known each other. When you kind of Big Ten head coaches, you have multiple events that you kind of go to, and, great respect for the job that Brett did at Arkansas, and especially what he did while he was here in the league at Wisconsin. Really had a dominant football team and did a terrific job, and got great respect for him and his staff. I know a lot of the guys on the staff, and they're doing a great job. They're well coordinated. They're playing really well, and it's great to have him back in the league. And I root for him in every game but ours. It's great respect that I have for him.
Drew, you have a follow-up?
Yeah. Do any moments or games or stories stand out about your connection, or just anything about Coach Bielema, or you playing against him, coaching against him?
Yeah, not really. I just think we, again, with Wisconsin or at Illinois, I just think, again, those schools are probably the closest to, proximity to us. So, we'd see each other a lot in road recruiting. Just, I think this has always been a great rivalry built on respect, and I don't see any change now with Coach Bielema at the helm. But it's always been hard fought. It's always been a close game, and it's obviously always challenging to be the road team, on the holiday week. So, we're going to need to really front load the week and prepare well, and then take it with us down I-57. But nothing good for your story, Drew. I'm sorry. Maybe Coach will have something. I don't know. Sorry.
Louis.
Hey, Coach. Happy Thanksgiving. what does this game mean to you and your program? And do you do things during the week to kind of build it up at all, or no? And in a season like this one, does it even take on more significance?
Yeah, it's always a significant game here. It's always been our rival, and we take it that way. It's just depends on the year on how I go about, motivation and things of that nature. But in any year, you always want to beat your rival. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're in grade school football or high school, college, or pro. It's always a bigger week. There's always great, friendships and I think respect on both sides of rivalries. And it's kind of like playing family at times. You always want to win, right? And this is one that I think for both programs just means more. And we'll put together a great week. Our guys were focused today, and we're for some of our guys, they're playing their best football of the year right now. Not us collectively as a team, right? Not us well enough to win, but some guys that are playing at a pretty high level, and they've just got to continue to do that for one more week here and finish strong for our seniors.
Are you going to do anything unique this week?
Even if I was, I wouldn't tell you, that, buddy. But
okay,
yeah, no, we'll have a great
fair
day,
enough.
But yeah, no, it's.
Mark Gonzalez.
Hi, Coach. Unfortunately, for a lot of your fellow competitors, there's been a lot of changes in at the top of the programs and all that. I'm just wondering, in your situation, given the security and the backing that you have, how encouraging is that moving forward as to not only trying to beat the Illini, but move ahead toward recruiting in next season and future years?
Yeah, Mark, this is a profession of what have you done for me a second ago, right? And that's what you sign up for. It's definitely bigger than that when you're in this role. I mean, I understand that the evaluation of the 12 days that you get the privilege to coach every year is really important. It's, but it's not the definition of what your program is, and it's not the definition of your players and your staff, but it's obviously a narrative. And when you have championship seasons, it's obviously very positive. And when it's not that way, it's obviously the alternative. But I think we've stayed real positive internally. I think we've worked really hard to grow and develop this young group, and I couldn't be more excited about the future. I'm very thankful for the trust and respect to have me in the leadership role. I'm very thankful for the commitment from the university to the program, and I'm really excited about the guys that we've got coming back. We've got valuable experience this year. We went from probably my most veteran team that I've ever had to probably my youngest team. And in a lot of ways it showed. It's not an excuse. It's just the reality. And I think in a lot of ways, some guys have learned some valuable lessons that they will take into, starting next week to get themselves ready for when, we open up spring ball at the end of February. And, we've got to, really improve in some areas that aren't on the field, and it starts and ends in the weight room. We've got to get a lot stronger across the board. It manifests in just the work you put in. And I know our guys will be focused on doing that, but I'm just really thankful. I've got a bunch of friends and colleagues that are no longer maybe in roles, and I don't want to speak for them, but I know that we all feel very fortunate as coaches to be in the roles that we're in. At the Power 5 level, there's 70 of us or 65, and it's a really unique opportunity that you have. It's a great privilege that you have, and the power of influence that you try to have over, the program is one that you're developing your guys to be the best they possibly can be. And, I'm very thankful for our seniors. I've been around some of these guys for a number of years and going all the way back to their high school recruiting. And, Thursday, last practice is always hard for me with the senior group. It'll be the same way. It'll be emotional on Saturday.
Thank you.
Yeah, you bet. Great to see you.
Seeing you.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Daniel Olinger.
Hey, Coach. Just wanted to ask you about how, 2 years ago, when you guys went to Illinois and you won that game to kind of finish out whatever has been a bad season and kind of launched you well into next year. Just do you think your season's going to be over after this game on Saturday? Do you think a big win like that could have a similar effect?
I hope so. Yeah. I mean, we've got to play cleaner, right? I mean, we've got to take advantage of the opportunities that present themselves and, play against a team that's, really played well here since their bye week. Watching the Illini, I've really been impressed with how they've used their personnel in all three phases. And, they're very well coached and they've got very talented guys. I mean, I think they're the oldest team in the Big Ten. I think they've got the most super seniors at least. So we're going to have our hands full. We understand that, and then to have it on the road. But yeah, any win at the end of the year it's always great to win your last game, right? You send your seniors out the right way. It's a springboard into the off season for us as coaches. I'll hit the road recruiting right away with the staff. So, it's always great to have that kind of final taste in your mouth.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
All right. Thanks again, everybody, for a great season, for our seniors that are covering us. Appreciate your coverage throughout your entire career. I hope you've learned a lot and had fun. And the good days are always better than the tough ones. And just appreciate the good and the bad and the awesome and the ugly and everything in between. And thanks everybody for covering us all year. I know the record isn't what we all want it to be, but I promise you we'll grind our tails off to finish up strong here and get a win and get the even number. It just seems like the even number years have been going good for us. So we'll be into that year starting on Sunday. So appreciate everybody. And to you and yours, happy Thanksgiving and happy holidays. Thanks a lot. Go Cats.
First question for Drew Schott.
Hey, Andrew, even though this is your first season with the team, have you been able to grasp kind of the tension and the atmosphere surrounding this rivalry game with Illinois? And how important is it to get a win in this final game, especially it not only being the final game of the season, but also Northwestern's rivalry game?
I definitely been able to grasp the tension and stuff in the locker room. I mean, a rival's a rival. You got to approach that game differently every year, no matter where you are, no matter who you're going against. And it's just something that you're taught the first day you walk in through them doors. You gotta take this game like it's our bowl game. Like Coach said, a win at the end of the season helps you jumpstart the next season. It takes you into the off season, feeling better about yourselves. And it's just the legacy year, competing against Illinois and coming out with a win against in that game.
Mark Gonzalez.
Hi, Andrew. I know it's been an eventful time for you, first at Bowling Green and now at Northwestern. I was wondering, you've gone through a coaching change before, but looking at the program you're at now and what do you see, especially with knowing your fellow teammates that are coming back have the stability of a coach in the program that's going to be around for a while?
It actually is a great feeling because the things that were implemented last year will not change. The approach to different situations will not change, and just the approach to everyday activities will not change. It's just on the team. We just got to figure out before we learn how to win, we got to learn how not to lose. And that comes with being a young team, and by that I mean we just have to figure out how not to kill ourselves, shoot ourselves in the foot. And then that's when we'll be able to get over the hump and be able to win games. But I feel like we're going to be able to take that step this offseason. And it'll be good to have the coaching stability to help us get over that wave.
How confusing was it to go through a coaching change at Bowling Green?
It was a couple of different things that brings confusion. You got to learn a new playbook. You got to learn their ways. You got to learn how they approach the games, how they approach practice, how they approach workouts, meals, things like that. You just got to basically learn a whole new person. And not that it's confusing, but it can be troubling, especially in the off season, because you don't know how they operate. You don't know what ticks them off. They don't know what tick you off. They got to learn the team. It just really feels like trying to figure out and trying to learn each other, which can be troubling, especially trying to get into a new season. And then when you actually go through a season with a new coach, now you actually figure out who they are, what they want, and what they can be.
Thank you.
Question from the chat asking about any plans you have for Thanksgiving or the team.
My plans is to eat just with the team. My plans just to be be thankful, be happy that I'm here, embrace everything, the support, and just be thankful for everything that we have around. Life's short and we're good. We're happy that we can live it each day.
Awesome. Thanks, Andrew.
All right, no doubt. Thank you.
Thanks, Ray. Fire away.
All right. If you have a question for Coco, you can message Athletic Communications in the chat. First question for Drew Schott.
Hey, Coco, can you speak a little bit about, especially this being the final regular season game, just the London Lincoln rivalry being your main rivalry? How important is this to you and your teammates just trying to win the 7th straight in this rivalry at the end?
I mean, like you said, it's rivalry week, so like nothing else matters. Like the season, everything maybe not having went our way, but that's a clean slate. It's rivalry week, and we have to beat Illinois, so that's all that matters right now.
Louis.
Hey, Coco, happy Thanksgiving. Looking back to 2019, kind of a similar season you had, and you go in there and you beat Illinois. What did that mean to that team? And does it take on added significance, a rivalry week, a trophy game, when you're not going to a bowl, when you've had a disappointing season?
I mean, going back to 2019, it was kind of like the same message. Like, we wanted to send our seniors out the right way. Like, the season didn't go our way, but we still had the opportunity to send them out with the London Lincoln Trophy. So I feel like that's kind of the same attitude going in this week. We still got one more week to have their football career end on a good note. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Question from the chat following up on that game. The last time you played in Illinois, you were a running back. Just what you remember specifically from, what you did in that game and the team's performance.
I mean, that game, that was honestly like out of nowhere, out of left field. It was just last minute. Coach Fitz came up to me and told me like, hey, can you play running back? And at that point, I'm a freshman. I wasn't really playing that much. And I was just trying to get on the field. So I was like, of course I could play running back. And yeah, that was just a fun game. It was like great to look back on it, but yeah, it was just a fun game.
Drew.
Hey, Coco, what do you think winning this game? Coach Fitz was just talking earlier about setting the foundation for next season. What do you think winning this game will help do to set the foundation for the 2022 season, especially since players such as yourself have had kind of breakout 2021 campaign?
I think that it can set like the precedent of like unfinished business. Like, obviously the season didn't go the way we wanted it, but finishing this game the right way, it's a segue into workouts. It can be like a mantra, like, yo, we know who we are, we know who we can be. So if we go out with this game, it's like a great boost into the off season to workouts and things like that.
Awesome. Thanks, Coco.
Thank you. Have a nice day.